It's very early in the morning, about 6 o'clock. We're in Bria. We're setting out to the rebel camp up north, and we're hoping to meet the chief, talk to him, and possibly, hopefully, get some kids released, get some child soldiers released and bring them back. Very little is known about this country, very little is known about this part of the world, and even less is known about the armed conflicts that are happening here. It's a completely godforsaken bit of Central African Republic. There's no electricity, no running water, the roads are very bad, and a village that's run by a rebel group. So the kids that were born in the last 5 years, all they know is a group of very sinister looking armed men who are in control of their village. These are kids who have been affected by war, who've been affected by violence, who've been in some cases sexually abused, in some cases the girls have been forced to marry. How does working with UNICEF?
UNICEف ده هنا ما عندنا بروبليم. أنا ناس هنا UNICEف كان هم عندهم أولاد قال فيها عساكر سكر قال يمرقون. هنا قلنا أوكي الشيف حقنا لمينا سوينا رينيو أوكي عندنا ما عندنا تاني شيء كأننا نقدر نجي فيه.
This armed group has signed a peace accord and has signed a treaty that ensures release of child soldiers and ensures non-recruitment of future child soldiers. Despite that, it is a very, very difficult and complicated job.
S'il vous plaît, puisque vous la connaissez, vous pouvez aller la chercher? Merci.
So far they've been playing us around a little bit, so we've been going from one sector to another one. We found one child who is now waiting for us with our drivers, and we're looking for the other ones. We have a list of about 10 children, so far we only have one, and it's been a bit tense.
Why do they not cooperate?
They've signed the peace treaty, but also they've signed the action plan, which they say that UNICEF can come and verify the kids, and remove them. And they agree to that. They won't say no. They will tell yes, we've done. But when it comes to practice, it's a different story. And oftentimes the reason why this is the case is that they have a lot of these kids that they're refusing to release are kids that are actual combatants. So they don't want to give up those kids easily.
So what do you think the kids might be feeling right now as they're just about to get into our cars?
Well, there is a feeling of uncertainty because a few hours ago they were just part of a group, with weapons and probably not having any thought about the fact that they would move to the next stage of their lives and be removed from this kind of life.
Towards the end, we ended up with two girls and one boy, but the two girls were dragged out at the very end, and it was very eye-opening in the way that the rebel general went back completely on his word. Their arrival was so moving and so unbelievably emotionally touching because they were welcomed with such warmth and love and acceptance, like they were sort of long lost blood brothers. So yesterday, two girls weren't able to leave with us. They were dragged out of the car by the rebel group, and I saw them walking away from the car. How did that make you feel?
It was devastating.
And why did it happen?
It happened because girls are the most difficult cases. It's just really extremely hard to take girl soldiers out of a group. This is because they're used as sexual slaves for sexual desire by the armed groups. And one of them, who is 14, was married to one of the armed group person, and he just didn't want her to leave. He just didn't want her to leave the group.
And what's the future for them? Would it be possible to get them released?
We will try. We're definitely not giving up. We're going back.
There's no other way of describing the seriousness and the tragedy of this situation until coming here, until seeing it with my own eyes, until seeing the kids, until actually having emotional connection with the boys and girls who have gone through terrible things, have seen terrible things, but then having gone through, with the help of Unicef, from being imprisoned, basically enslaved, being given weapons and being made to kill, robbing them of their childhoods, and then being given an opportunity to be out there in the world and to make something of themselves.